Hey, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be telling you guys 5 tips on ways that you can start getting more Hinge matches immediately. So let's waste no time doing it, and here is tip number 1, and that is your photos. Like just about any dating app really, your photos are the most important factor in actually attracting the kind of matches that you want. You could have the most amazing bio where it's just filled with fantastic information about you, how charming and amazing you are, but at the end of the day, if somebody left swipes from just seeing one photo of you, you've already lost at the first hurdle. Here is what you want to make sure you have in your first photo. Make eye contact with the camera, smile, no selfies, keep your damn shirt on, try and get the background to be quite colourful, and then also you want to use a really good quality camera. Most phones these days are good enough, so if you've got a fairly new iPhone, something past the iPhone 7 really, it's going to be perfect for your dating app photos. But the key thing you want to do is just get as many photos as you possibly can. Whether you have to ask a family member or a friend to take the photos of you, that's fine, just get so much content. Try and get between 50 and 100 photographs of yourself for some of your profiles so that you can just whittle them down and find out which one portrays you in the best lighting basically. In your first photo you want to be alone. Make sure you're not with friends in this photo. As much as you love them, this profile is purely about you. And also make sure you're not wearing a hat or sunglasses. People want to see who you are. They want to see your eyes, they want to see the shape of your head, they want to see everything. Just remember that people are taking in so much information on your first photo, just like you are for them, so give them as much information as possible. The second tip is engage with a comment. And what I mean by this is when you go on Hinge, you'll see the photos that people have put and you'll see the prompts that they've put as well. You always want to be responding to the prompts. The reason why is people have actually spent quite some time making their profile on Hinge, and when they have the prompts, it usually means it's something that they're fairly passionate about. You want to reply to one of these prompts. It doesn't actually matter what you actually reply to it, just so long as you're paying interest in the thought process of the person as much as what they look like, if that makes sense. There are actually 80 different profile prompts that a Hinge user could respond to, so it takes them a while to actually find something that they want to answer. So usually it's something that someone's quite passionate about if they're answering one of these questions. There's no right or wrong answer here of how to actually answer one of the prompts. Just make it something that's not about their physical appearance and try and find some common ground. So if they enjoy the same movies as you, or if they don't like the same foods as you, you could just mention that. Would I go as far to say you should be answering profile prompts instead of someone's photos? This isn't always the case. Sometimes you'll see something on someone's profile like an amazing beach or an amazing outfit that you like. You can comment on these things. Just try not to make it about their physical appearance basically. So that tip was for Hinge, but it can also be applied to other dating apps like Tinder and Bumble. Your key metric here is engagement. And here is tip number 3, and that is write something controversial. Now, when I say this, I don't mean something really offensive, but just something a little bit that's getting under people's skin a bit and actually sort of develop into a conversation. So on my personal Hinge profile, I have that I actually dislike Nutella, and I'd say about 70% of my messages come from people messaging me basically saying, what do you mean you don't like Nutella? Everybody likes Nutella. And then from that we get into a conversation about foods we dislike and love, and then before we know it we're just chatting about normal things. I'd definitely say you want something controversial here. With the 3 Hinge prompts, from my own data and data of my clients, I've actually put together the 3 prompts that you should be using, and these are as follows. First prompt is the biggest risk I've taken. This is fantastic because if you're a real risk taker, you can say that you, I don't know, climb Mount Everest in just a pair of shorts, or if you're really risk averse, you could say something like, the biggest risk I've ever taken is touching a bench to see if the wet paint sign was true. Just something silly like that, and it's just fun, engaging, and that's kind of what you want to be going for here. So again, going back to something controversial, I watched The Lion King recently and I didn't think it was very good, and I put this on my Hinge profile to say that I didn't think it was a very good film. This spread like wildfire with my matches. Not far off 80% of them after this were actually conversing with me about this comment. People were like, what, you don't like The Lion King? How do you not like The Lion King? Everybody loves The Lion King. And I was kind of just like, I didn't really like it, I'm really sorry. And then from there you can kind of go on to just like a general conversation, but you just want something that's really opinionated and that's just going to spark someone's interest basically. Also, just a quick tip, when you write something controversial, you have to make sure it's true. You can't just openly lie on dating apps because you will look a bit of an idiot if somebody finds out that what you said isn't actually true. So yeah, just find something that maybe you don't like that everybody seems to love, and then that's kind of good grounds for writing one of these prompts basically. So So the third and final prompt that I think is absolutely amazing is I know the best spots for. Now this is fantastic if you're wanting to organize a date around this. So let's say if you know somewhere in town that does amazing pancakes with blueberries and ice cream on a Saturday morning, you want to be listing this because then somebody's going to pick up on this, and then before you know, you're organizing a time to actually go with that person on a date there. Keep this one really fun and entertaining and have it an actual activity you and your match could do if you were to organize a first date. It's just going to be so nice to have an opportunity to, even before somebody's spoken to you, to know the kind of thing that you want to do for a first date. So definitely include this in your profile. Tip number 4 is actually go off the Hinge app as soon as you can, really. And I'll tell you the reason why you want to do this. If you've got somebody on a dating app and all you're doing is sending back and forth messages, one of you is going to get bored or your profile is going to get buried when they match with other people. So if you take somebody off app, going onto Instagram or WhatsApp or even just iMessage, it's fantastic because you've actually got that personal contact rather than being just another profile on a dating app. There's no set limit to when you actually want to be taking your match off app, but maybe after 10 messages or so on Hinge, you want to be asking for their details. After you guys have watched this video, check out the description because I've put a few comments that you can simply copy and paste and put in your own details to actually send to a Hinge match to take them off app. Okay, so tip number 5 is you actually want to start paying attention to the quality of your matches and not the quantity. I get so many of my clients say to me that they want more matches, like it's going to solve any problem. You find most people actually have enough matches to get a good conversation going and also get dates from dating apps, but a lot of the time they just send them a quick message and then hope for the best, and then they don't pay any attention. The thing that you want to do is actually pay attention to the person that you're messaging. So go on their profile, look at all of their photos through their Instagram and just all the information they've put together, and try and word a first message so that's actually going to pay attention to that person, and they're going to notice that you've paid the attention. They're so much more likely to message back, and then you'll start noticing that your interactions on dating apps will get better and also you'll get more dates from it. So yeah, the key word here is effort and attention. Pay these two things because they pay the highest return on investment than anything else when it comes to dating apps. Okay, so you've successfully made it to the end of the video. Well done. I hope these tips have been useful on actionable ways you can take right now to start getting more Hinge matches. I'll post a link in the description for where you can check out Data Help, which is the company that I founded off of being the Tinder top 30 most right swipes in the UK. I offer Zoom coaching for dating apps, and I also offer profile enhancement. I can select and retouch your photos and also write you a new bio. If you guys could give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, that would mean so much to me. And then also, if you have any dating app or general dating questions that you'd like answering by me, please put your comments below and I'll answer them as soon as I can.